Hello, and welcome to Ex-Witness Awake. I am your host, Jonathan. This is attempt number 2 at recording this episode. Like the Dos Equis guy would say, I don't always record using OBS Studio, but when I do, I forget to put the the audio capture device on. So, take 2. But first, let's run that good old introduction. Okay, we're back. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to the jw.org library, and I'm considering an article that I saw there on the one of the most recent Watchtowers. It just kind of I looked at it the other day and I thought, hey, that sounds like me. But you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll get to that point. Okay, so let's go to boop. There we go. Hopefully there will be some talking in this part instead of me being a mime. Okay. I don't think this is the right part. Let's go back. Let's go back. I will show my inability to do this right. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna let the guy talk here. No, that isn't it either. Yeah, I guess that is it. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, go.
The Watchtower, number 1, 2022. Breaking the cycle of hatred. Our world seems saturated with hatred, whether in the form of discrimination, harassment, verbal abuse, or assault. Hatred is being expressed in countless.
Wait a minute, that's not it either. I will have to edit this out, maybe? I don't know. Where is it? Oh man. I cannot find it. Oh, here we go. Yes, we can conquer hatred. And go.
We can conquer hatred. Have you been the victim of hatred? If not, you have likely observed it in one form or another.
You know, actually, I have been the victim of hatred, come to think of it.
The news is filled with reports of racism, homophobia, and xenophobia, expressions of hatred based on race, sexuality, or nationality. As a result, many governments are passing laws against various hate crimes.
Okay, I notice here it says about homophobia. Now, where have I seen videos or read articles about an organization that doesn't like people who are gay? Could it be right here? Yeah. In the when was it? The 2021 convention, Stephen Lett had a part talking about how when basically the world is destroyed and Jehovah God is going to bring back, the righteous and the unrighteous, that people who were perhaps a homosexual will have an opportunity to, not be gay, I guess, ungay themselves. And then if they do, great, they get to live happy existence, or they get to be destroyed because they can't change who they are. People are people, and Yeah, don't force change on people. And the interesting thing too is the context of that part is that that was right around the time that his nephew had passed away due to suicide because he was gay and he was discriminated against and was fearful for the way that he was going to be treated. So he decided he didn't want to be around anymore. And that's sad that people are subjected to that when you should just be able to live your life. You're not hurting anybody by doing what you do or being who you are. Okay, carrying on.
Hatred easily leads to more hatred. Victims of hatred often retaliate with revenge and fuel an ongoing cycle of hatred. Perhaps you have experienced prejudice, stereotyping, ridicule, insults, and threats. Yet hatred often goes further. It frequently erupts into cruel aggression, bullying, vandalism, assault, rape, murder, or even genocide. This magazine will address the following questions and show how hatred can be conquered.
Okay. So I'm thinking about what they're saying here. Experiencing prejudice, stereotyping, ridicule, insults, and threats. I can think of another group aside from people who are of the LGBT community that are dealt this by Jehovah's Witnesses, and that would be apostates. Let's go forward. Okay. The next part of the article, let's go to that.
Why such a cycle of hatred? Why is there such a vicious cycle of hatred in the world? To know the reason, we need to understand what hatred is, why people start to hate, and how it spreads.
I know why people hate those groups. Because they're taught to. And how does it spread? Well, videos and articles. But I carry on.
Is hatred. Hatred is an extremely strong dislike for or intense hostility toward another person or group of people. It is an ongoing feeling of ill will.
Strong dislike, extremely strong dislike for an or intense hostility towards another person or group of people. I've seen lots of videos, lots of talks by governing body members and helpers that talk about the evils of apostates and actually the evils of homosexuality. Yeah, they promote hate. That's not healthy. Carrying on.
Why people start to hate. People begin to hate for many reasons. Hatred is often directed toward others not necessarily because of what they do, but because of who they are.
Okay, so an apostate, I feel like I'm topping up my sound here. Let's put it down a little bit. That's a little better. La la la. Okay. Apostates are definitely hated for who they are as opposed to what they do because why hate somebody because they have questions? They're not talking out against the organization, but they maybe go to an elder or they talk in the congregation to a trusted friend and say, I don't understand this. This doesn't seem right. Something doesn't fit. And they're branded an apostate, they're shunned, and people treat them like they're dead. They may never actually talk about it again, but the repercussions are permanent. They are shunned, and that's the way they continue to be because they're not necessarily going to come back because their questions haven't been answered. They haven't been satisfied. So are they doing anything inappropriate? No. Are they hated because they are apostates? Yes. Okay, carrying on.
Those hated may be perceived as evil, intent on doing harm, or unable to change for the better.
Yeah, so the governing body feels that apostates are evil, and they think that they're intent on doing harm, and it's unforgivable, so they're not able to change for the better. Do you see why this article kind of got me thinking, like, I feel like it's a bit of a self-own, because they're talking about how people hate when in fact they're promoting hate themselves. I've heard it said that apostates are like one step down from the devil, basically. So that would definitely be someone perceived as evil. Okay, carrying on.
They may be viewed as inferior, as a threat, or as the cause of problems.
I think they think of apostates as a threat or as a cause of problems. And these things actually still apply when it comes to the first subject that I was talking about homophobia. They think of them as a threat because it's a threat to their way of life. They don't agree with it, but it's not really their place to dictate what you do. They may think that they have that authority, but they don't, because every person is their own person. They have their own life to live, and they don't need to be told this is wrong by somebody who is misleading millions.
Those who feel hatred toward others may have suffered violence, injustice, or some other event that caused hostile feelings to take root.
Well, I'm sure there's something I'd say about that, but I just don't feel like it. Okay. Oh, here we go. I just don't want to have to catch up, so I'm going to read it myself. For example, an individual may unconsciously adopt the biased views of those whom he of those whom he respects and feels close to. Thus, hatred can easily spread and become the shared view of an entire group. So, the rank and file members of the Jehovah's Witnesses, they have a respect for the governing body. They are led to believe that the governing body has the authority from God, and they believe them. I mean, the rules and the regulations and the doctrine changes all the time. And when you have such a jump all the time from this, that, and the other, to me, that seems hard to believe when you can't pin down what your beliefs are. You know, if someone were to ask me what a Jehovah's Witnesses believe, probably I would say this, that, and the other, and one or two of those things might be old light that I just forgot has changed in the last few years, and I would be wrong. So do I really know? I don't know. Do they really know? I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, but like it says, thus hatred can easily spread and become the shared view of an entire group of Jehovah's Witnesses. Organization-wide, you got people who hate apostates. You got people who hate... what did I do? People who hate homosexuals, people who hate... Name your group that they hate. There's supposed to be love in this organization. I'm not going to say that Jehovah's Witnesses are devoid of love. No, I don't think so. But there's a lot of negative talk that has overridden love. Because if you can as a mother, a father, whatever, go from caring so much about a person because they're your family, you know, you watch them grow up, and then suddenly you're told, don't talk to them. I feel like the love has been overridden for hate. Hate of an idea. Hate of a group. And that's just wrong. So that's the article that I found. I'm going to go back to me. So there we go. Hopefully this recording will actually have sound in the parts where I was screen sharing. Hopefully this isn't completely trash and stupid and boring, and that I wasn't completely off the wall. I do thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate greatly people who are able to give comments, who are subscribing and sharing and liking. All that stuff helps and is encouraging. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'll muddle through it. Fake it till you make it. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming. And I will catch you next time. Have yourself an excellent day. Bye for now.